Hey guys, my name is Patrick. I'm starting a new YouTube channel where I review my own albums, where I rank my own favorite studio albums, my favorite bands. Basically, just having some fun here. I just want to rank some of my favorite studio albums and my favorite bands. And what I'm gonna do is really, go from my least favorite to my very favorite of my favorite studio albums. So what I'm gonna do is start with an easy band that I think is pretty easy anyway. I'm going to do with the band Led Zeppelin. So I'm going to start off here with, again, my least favorite to my favorite. Again, this is just my opinion. Yeah, hey, look, everybody has their own opinion, right? So I'm going to go from my least favorite to my favorite. They officially have 8 albums. 9 if you want to include the one that came out after John Bonham had died and the band had been broken up for 2 years. So actually 9 albums, 8 officially, 9 albums. So my number 9 is Led Zeppelin October, which came out in 1982. The band broke up in 1980. This is basically studio outtakes and songs that didn't make it to any albums. Not a bad album, definitely their weakest album, but again, it came out in 82. It is what it is. It came out, off the Swan Song label. Jimmy Page put all this stuff together, but decent album, number 9. Number 8 will be Led Zeppelin Presence. Album I really like a lot. Standout tracks on here are Achilles' Last Stand, Nobody's Fault But Mine. The latter part of the album I don't think is as strong. Still a decent album though. So I actually have this on vinyl as well. Complete Cornball album cover. My least favorite album cover from Led Zeppelin. Got the gatefold here, which, I just think it's cheesy. But, still a decent album. Like I said, the beginning part of the album's better, but still, pretty good album. Number 8 is Presence. Number 7, Into the Outdoor. This album came, last studio album they actually recorded when John Bonham was still alive. John Paul Jones kind of took charge of this album. Jimmy Page was battling some serious drug addictions, but still a good album, very keyboard oriented because John Paul Jones kind of took hold of this album. Some good songs on here though. I mean, In the Evening is a great song. Caracelambra, I guess is how you pronounce it. Good song. Of course, All of My Love, which is about Robert Plant's son Carrot who passed, is on here. Good album. Definitely different sound for the band. Jimmy Page was not in a good place, and the whole band was kind of falling apart anyway, but decent album. So number 7 is Into the Outdoor. Coming in at number 6 is Houses of the Holy. Good album. Standout tracks on here, the Rain song, the Crunge, it's okay. I mean, No Quarter's a great song. I mean, Dire Maker's okay, The Ocean's a good song. Over the Hills and Far Away, great song, but the radio is way, way overplayed. And that's a lot of problem with Led Zeppelin. Some of these songs have been played so much on the radio that I'm just, kind of overhearing it, but still, good album. Into the Outdoor, House of the Holy. Coming in at, let's see, 9, 8, 7, 6. Number 5 is Led Zeppelin 3. Led Zeppelin 3, I was actually going to rank this higher. Good album. Great album. I love this album. Band definitely changed their style. Half of it's pretty heavy and hard. The other half's more acoustic oriented. Took a lot of risk on this album, but man, just a great album. I mean, it's really hard to rank all these albums because I like all these albums actually. But you got Immigrant Song, which is definitely a heavy song. Since I Fell in Love with You, great song. Tangerine, That's the Way. Oh man. But I got to put it somewhere here. So Led Zeppelin 3. Coming in at number 4 is their self-titled debut, Led Zeppelin. I mean, just a terrific album here. Really good tracks on here. Baby, I'm Gonna Leave You is one of my favorites. Your Time Is Gonna Come. Communication Breakdown. I Can't Quit You, Baby. How Many More Times? I mean, just a downright classic. And I actually have this on vinyl. Led Zeppelin 1, and I have Led Zeppelin 3 on vinyl too, which I happened to miss earlier, but I mean, I love this, right? This is awesome. I remember as a kid when I got this, couldn't get enough of that. There's Mr. John Bonham. But anyway, that is my number 4, Led Zeppelin 1. Coming in at number 3, Led Zeppelin 2, which I probably could rank this even higher. I remember my uncle turned me onto this album. Fantastic album. I think the problem with this is, like a lot of this Led Zeppelin's their stuff, is the radio is just way overplayed a lot of this. I mean, A Whole Lot of Love, I could never, if I never heard it again, it'd be too soon for me, but still a great song. What Is and What Should Never Be. The Lemon Song, Thank You, Heartbreaker, Livin' Levin' Made, Ramble On. I mean, Bring It On Home. I mean, the whole album, absolute classic. Again, got it on vinyl as well. I've had these albums since I was a kid. I actually got a lot of these on vinyl before I got them on CD. So that's number 3, Led Zeppelin 2. So we got the top 2 now. Top 2, I went back and forth with a lot of these. I could change it later, but I know for sure what number 1 is. But my number 2, another album that's been way overplayed, but man, I had to put it here. Led Zeppelin 4. Or the Untitled album, but everybody calls it Led Zeppelin 4. I mean, you got Black Dog, Rock and Roll, Battle of Evermore, which is awesome. Actually, Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, I saw them when I do this, phenomenal. But I mean, just a great album. Stairway to Heaven, which has been way overplayed, but just a great song, of course. Going to California When the Levee Breaks. I mean, just from front to back, great album. Which I own in vinyl as well, which, hey, look at that. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty awesome. So that's number 2, Led Zeppelin 4. Coming in at number 1 is not only my favorite Led Zeppelin album, one of the best albums ever made, Physical Graffiti. Double album, not a bad song on here. I mean, I get a little burnt out on Led Zeppelin, but you can't deny. I mean, if I get a Led Zeppelin album out now, I'm gonna put this album out. Custard Pie, The Rover, and My Time on Dying. I mean, Trampled Underfoot, Cashmere. 10 Years Gone is another standout, the one-on song. I mean, just so many great tracks on here, and of course, I have this on vinyl as well, which is really cool. A lot of cool stuff where you can interchangeable pictures, you put it in the sleeve. Great album. Again, number 1 is Led Zeppelin Physical Graffiti. So, recap. Number 1, Physical Graffiti. Number 2, Led Zeppelin 4. Number 3, Led Zeppelin 2. Number 4, Led Zeppelin 1. Number 5, Led Zeppelin 3. Number 6, Houses of the Holy. Number 7, Into the Outdoor. Number 8, Presence. And number 9 is Coda. Real quick, I want to include in a lot of these, like my favorite DVDs from these bands and, concerts. Great live opus to figure out, to get from this band is How the West Was Won. Recorded at the LA Forum. Triple CD set. Great quality. Great album. A lot of good songs on here, but highly recommend this. And on DVD, Led Zeppelin, I mean, to me, much better than this. The song remains the same, which I was never a huge fan. I love the movie, but to me, How the West Was Won and this on DVD. I mean, you got Live at the Royal Albert Hall, 1970. I mean, Madison Square Garden, 1973. Earl's Court, Nebworth, 1979. You know, right before the band broke up. Just a great DVD to check out. But anyway, thanks for checking it out. And again, it's just my opinion, but I will see you guys soon with a new CD review. Thanks.